So, because of the comment section of the last video, I get the inkling that a lot of Red Wings fans are interested in seeing what Steve Yzerman has to say about his team. And that, of course, is not surprising. Everybody wants to know the latest scoop. But when it comes to a guy like Stevie Y, before we dive into this video and the comments that he had made that were written about in another article on DetroitHockeyNow.com, I wanted to just kind of illuminate a sort of sentiment I've been seeing out of, I'm just going to say NHL fans. Not Red Wings fans, NHL fans. Because the past few days have been super interesting when it comes to all the discourse and rhetoric surrounding the Detroit Red Wings. A lot of people are cynically talking about this team. A lot of people are criticizing many of the moves that Steve Yzerman has made. And it's gotten to a point now where I'm starting to see more and more Yzerplan doubters than ever before. And the interesting thing about it is, maybe some of these are from Red Wings fans, but I will say the past few days have been filled with a lot of non-Wings fans starting to say, hey, look at the core that Steve Yzerman has built. Look at these guys. Look at how they've been in a rebuild for so long. Look at these signings. They're not good. They're this. They're that. There are multiple tweets that have been going viral as of late. I don't want to show them here in this video, but like a lot of people going out there and clowning on this team and clowning on the construction of the team. And with that in mind, I wanted to open this video up and say, okay, firstly, we'll just wait and see how the season progresses. And secondly, the Red Wings are in a spot where they barely missed out on the 2024 Stanley Cup Playoffs. They missed out by 1 point, pretty much. They missed out by a few minutes. Had things just gone differently in that Philadelphia-Washington game, things would have been totally different. But that being said, the Wings were right in there. Now you could say, oh, that's a straw man because there were like 5 teams that were in there and all could have had their playoff odds changed by 1 day's worth of games, which is true, but the fact is the Wings were in it. And there is an argument to be made that when it comes to the Wings 2024-2025 roster, they could very well be better. I mean, they've got scorers, they've got guys that might be able to put the puck in the back of the net more, and their goaltending was upgraded a little in Cam Talbot. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wings ended up squeaking into the playoffs, especially when you consider the growth, the upward trajectory of guys like Raymond, Seider, Edvinsson, and I guess you could say Larkin. He's already old, but still. Okay, maybe he's not old, but like, he's older. DeBrincat, same thing. You could probably expect him to be a little bit better than he was this most previous season. And then, of course, Tarasenko, Kane, right? All in all, the Red Wings are in a pretty competitive spot. And I don't really know how fair it is to look at the roster on paper that the Wings have and say, oh wow, this roster is trash, man. Like, there have been a lot of Yzerplan haters the past few days. And I just wanted to address that at the beginning of this video. Because interestingly enough, it turns out that Steve Yzerman himself happens to be feeling the pressure. Let's go over to an article published on Detroit Hockey Now. This is by Bob Duff from earlier this morning. Red Wings GM admits to feeling pressure. Okay, yeah, very self-explanatory title there. Sorry, I kind of spoiled it for you. But during the recent Steve Yzerman press conference, he goes out there and talks about pressure. Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling it a little bit. You know, our fan base wants to win. We came close last year to making the playoffs. At the same time, Yzerman recognizes that in the world of pro sports, close doesn't really count for much in the long run. Coming close to winning the Stanley Cup isn't a comfort to the Oilers. All in all, though, there is a discussion that Yzerman brings up when it comes to the expectations and how they have been raised for some individuals for our team. We had 91 points and 41 wins. That's tough to do, and we still didn't make the playoffs. We're probably going to have to get more than 91 points next year to get in. That'll be a challenge for us. He also goes out there and says that the plan isn't really going to change. It's not going to change what I'm trying to do. It's the right way to do it, and it's taken some time. He adds that obviously the team wants to make the playoffs, and that he himself is hopeful. Pressure, I guess, whatever you want to call it, it's not going to change what I'm trying to do. It's the right way to do it, and it's taken some time, and I can't tell you if it's 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years. I'm just going to stick with it here, and we'll keep going. But we would all love to win, me, everyone, our fan base. I understand. Now, look, Stevie Y, you've been in this Red Wings GM position for a while now. Please don't say it's going to take another 10 years for this team to be competitive. Dylan Larkin is going to be retired by then, so hopefully the Wings are able to start stringing together wins and playoff runs and results over the next year or two rather than the next 7 or 10 years. But either way, this is a pretty self-reflective comment from Steve Yzerman, saying pretty much the same things that we were saying at the beginning of the video, that hey, this team does have the potential to get better. There is the potential for these guys to score more points and get more goals and be more comfortable and form more chemistry with each other. Vladimir Tarasenko is on the books for 2 years. If you play your cards right, that's a point-per-game, near-point-per-game caliber guy who will have, let's say, 25 to 30 goal potential, who will have, let's say, 70-point potential. He plays with Patrick Kane. Who knows what Kane's able to do with a full season's worth of training without the injury recovery that he had last year? Then, okay, maybe he goes out there and gets a 70-point season as well. Maybe JT Compher gets 50 points playing with these guys. Larkin, DeBrincat, Raymond. Obviously, you can say, Lego, you're just kind of going off a best-case scenario. You're just trying to ignite hype into a situation that doesn't warrant it. Okay, whatever. But you can't deny that these possibilities exist. Sure, the possibility does exist where everything doesn't work out, where DeBrincat doesn't bounce back and he doesn't get any goals, where Patrick Kane doesn't really work out all too well and his play with Tarasenko has no chemistry, where things don't really see the offense work itself out. And then, let's say Cam Talbot craps the bed again. I say again like he did in Ottawa, but he was fine in LA. It's all possibility here. So there is the possibility of both positive and negative coming true. But Steve Yzerman is acknowledging that, hey, there is pressure. We want to win. The fans want to see us win. Of course, I want to win, Yzerman says. So, at the end of the day, this seems more so than anything like a situation where Stevie Y is trying to navigate things as carefully as possible. He doesn't want to overpay guys. He doesn't want to overextend or overcommit to guys. Seider, Raymond, they do need contracts, but as we have talked about in prior videos, Stevie Y has been very accustomed to mostly giving out bridge deals to some of these top-tier elite guys on teams of his in the past. Nikita Kucherov, Andrei Palat, Andrei Vasilevsky, Stamkos, Hedman, Braden Point, these guys all got short-term bridge deals upon their expirations of their ELCs. So for Stevie Y, if he goes out there and gives short-term money, to Seider and Raymond, I don't think that's really all too surprising. It fits more so what he's been doing the past few years instead. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Firstly, where do the Red Wings go from here? Secondly, how do you feel about all the Red Wings hate that we have seen online? Are you even seeing it? Because I'm seeing it like every few tweets on my Twitter feed. Maybe that's just indicative of what I'm seeing or what I'm engaging with on social media, but still, it's been a pretty prevalent conversation the past few days here. Oh, is the Yzerplan really that special? Is it really something worth taking seriously? Is he doing a good job? And I don't know, man. There are a lot of people doubting it at this point, so I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as to whether or not you're seeing that yourself, if you're also doubting it, if you're also feeling similar things, or if you're vehemently disagreeing, like other commenters have been as well. Article will also be linked in the description if you want to go ahead and read more of this yourself, but for now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Steve Yzerman feeling the pressure. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.